We'll guide you through how to format an external drive for a Mac the correct way and how you should go about it. If you find this useful, then consider subscribing and liking the video. So you need to make sure that it's done correctly because otherwise it may not go on work with certain devices. So in my case, I'm often transferring files between my Mac and my Windows computer, and so I need it to go and be correctly formatted to go and allow this. I've been in this situation before where it's not correctly formatted and I'm running into problems. So make sure this full guide and don't skip anything as we're covering important information throughout this video that you may go and find useful. So any further ado, let's go and get started. What you need to do is make sure your drive is connected to your computer. I've just gone and plugged it in. You can go and see that it's on my desktop here. And if I go and open up my Finder, I can look on the left and go and scroll down into locations and we should go and see it here. If you're struggling with viewing it, what you can do is go and press Find It in the top left and you want to find Settings. Then in Sidebar, come into Locations and make sure we have External Disk selected and that will then make it pop up. And what you can also do is come into General at the top, and on the desktop you can go and select External Disk as well to make sure that it appears, just so you can easily go and access it. Now, if I go and open it up on my desktop or in the Finder, it'll be the same. We can go and see what's currently on here. And I just want to show you that at the moment, if I try and add something to it, click, hold and drag, you can go and see we can't. We go and get that symbol with a circle with a line through it. So we're going to guide you through how you can go about fixing this and you're able to go and move files to it, because at the moment we cannot write, we can only read to it. So it's important we go and format it correctly. Now you may not be running into this problem anyway, and you still want to make sure it's formatted correctly, which will guide you through. But that's just one example of why you want to make sure that the drive is formatted correctly so it can go and be fully used. Now, it's important to note that when you go and format a external drive or a drive in general, you are going to lose the contents of it. As we're changing the format, we are going to go and be losing the files on here. So what you want to do is make sure we go and back it up. So I'm in the perfect situation right now. So I can access my desktop. So if it's full screen, make it smaller. And then you can go and right click or click with two fingers in a blank space on your desktop and press new folder. And you can go and name this backup of drive. Now we need to go and select everything here. So you can go and press Command and A, or just click, hold and drag to go and select them all like so. And we can then go and drag it into the folder and just be patient while it goes and copies. And it now has. Brilliant. As I said, all of these will be lost. So if you don't care, that's fine, but these are important. So I've got to back them up. Now we can come and close out of it for now. So there's actually a certain tool we need to go and open to do this with. You can't go and just do it in Finder. We need to go and open up an app. And this is already on the Mac, don't worry. So press search in the top right and you can go and type in disk utility. Click here and we can go and press enter. And here it is. Now, what we need to do here is come to the left and into external. You may need to go and press the arrow to the right to expand it to go and find the options. What's super important here is you go and select the correct drive. If you've got multiple connected, it's so important you select the right one. As I said before, you go and lose everything on it. So if you have the incorrect one selected, you could be wiping the wrong one because as part of the formatting process, you lose it all. So if you've got multiple, I recommend you just unplug them or you're definitely sure about it. And you can go and check this via the size. So I've got this selected and you can see this is 2 terabytes. But if you've got multiple drives the same size, just make sure you unplug the one you don't want, or you may be able to identify it by their name, but this is just called new volume. So you can go and read the information about here. It is quite useful. So at the top here, we can actually go and see the current format is the Windows NT file system. And so with this format, Macs can't go and write to this. They can only go and read. Once again, that's why I said it's really important that we go and format it correctly. So I'm going to guide you through a good format you should go and use, which I find to be compatible and it's the best option, I think. So now to go and change the format of this, you actually need to go and press erase in the top right. Maybe a little confusing because it's not format, but during the erasing process, it goes and formats it. So click erase. Now you can go and give this a name. So for this example, I could just go and name this GuideRealm drive. You can just go and keep it blank though. Actually, I've run out of space there. I'll just keep it as new volume, but you can name it something you can easily go and identify because if you go and plug it into another computer, you can then just definitely know which one it is. Now, to go and change the format, you may think you can't because it's grayed out, but just go and click on it. And now we've got the different options here. So you've got the Mac OS Extended and Mac OS Extended, these two here. Then we've got exFAT and MS-DOS. As I said, I find exFAT to be the most compatible, and this is one I always go for. I think it's the best option to do, as we can then use it easily between Windows and Mac. So you can select that there, and it then says data on your volume will be deleted, but still may be accessible with recovery tools. So it may be accessible, but as I said, if you want to keep anything, just back it up, because it may be a real hassle trying to go and use recovery tools. So I would just go and back it up as I showed you. You need to make sure you keep the device connected until the erase completes, and this cannot be undone. So if you're sure, what we can then do is go and press erase in the bottom right, and now it's going to go and start. You can show more details if you want to go and view the progress, and it's now completed. So it's actually quite a quick process, as you can see. It's erased it and it's gone and created GuideRealm, which is the name of the drive. Of course, yours will be called something different. So we can then press done. And now you're going to go and see here that it's exFAT format. Now, just to go and show you, we can come and close out of this now, and you can go and see it's now appeared on my desktop again. Of course, you can also access it in your Finder. I'll go and double click on it. It's going to look a little bit different now, if you remember how it looked before. And now we're going to be able to go and write files to it, which is, of course, what we wanted, and that's what we've achieved. And just to show you this, I'll open up my backup here. So if you remember, these are the files that I went and backed up, because everything's lost. You can see that there, nothing's on there now. So what I'm going to do here is go and select them by clicking, holding, and dragging, and then I'll go and drag these into the drive, and that's it. You can go and see that we're now able to go and write files. I didn't get them all there. We're now able to go and put files on it. We can write to it, and we can still go and read as well, which is what I wanted to go and achieve. And if I go and put this into my Windows computer, I'm able to go and use it on there as well. I can access these files. So before, I went and formatted it on my Windows computer, and I'd selected obviously the wrong format, which wasn't fully operational with the Mac system, just because of the format. So that's it. That is how you can go and format an external drive for a Mac to go and make sure that it's going to go and work properly. If you found this useful and you want to see more guides like this, then please consider subscribing and liking the video. And when you go and finish, by the way, and you're ready to go remove it, make sure you eject it. So open up your Finder and come into locations on the left, and you'll go and see this eject button. Always eject before going and unplugging it. So you can press that there, and it will disappear from the list, and it's now ready to go and be ejected. So you can go and unplug it, and we can then go and use it elsewhere. So if you found this useful and you want to see more guides like this, then please consider subscribing and liking the video. We publish videos like this every single day, so I'm sure we'll be able to go and help you out again. Not just Mac, we cover Windows, iPhone, Android, games, software, you name it, we're probably going to go and cover it. So I'm sure we'll be able to go and help you out again in the future. If you've got any video suggestions as well, feel free to put them down below, and I look forward to reading them. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you again soon in the next how-to, and we can go and help you again. Goodbye for now.